How you guys doing out there? This is Mike from RAT.ROD.HEAVEN. I'm coming to you guys. I'm going gas crazy. Some of them you can see. I'm sorry, guys, but this recording of mine is not too good. I gotta do something better. Just gotta make something look a little bigger. But anyway, let's not go into those details. Just the way it looks. Um, these are some of maybe 6 or 8 gases that I started doing, and I have a short story. I hope it don't bother nobody, but I'm gonna try here, and please don't get offended of stuff I say. It's not to offend anybody, but this is how I got introduced into gases. When I was young, I went to live with my father for a while. He lived in Philadelphia, and in Philadelphia, he had a group of friends who had garages, and among these friends that he had, right across the street from his junkyard, my father's junkyard, was a shop. And again, not to offend nobody, but this was their name. They were called the Hillbillies. And there was 3 brothers. They looked like bears. They looked like they just came out the woods. Huge guys. Well, I was a little kid. I was about 10 years old or stuff. They had gases. And they had a Vega that I was terrified of that car when they turned it on. I used to run away every time I heard it because it scared the hell out of me. Little by little, I got to know them and was able to get close to the car when it was off. When it was on, I would never dare get close to it until little by little they introduced me to the car, and I was able to get close to it when it was on, but only for a few minutes. But that's how I got introduced into these cars, and always had a passion for them, just like the rad rides. I have a passion for them. I seen them in the show once and started learning about them and learned everything possible I could about them, how they started with them in the war times and all this other nonsense that goes with them, because I have a passion. Same thing for these gases. I had a tremendous passion to see one of these gases. Every show I've gone and seen one, I take my time on it. I mean, I love what they do with them. I love the car. Now, as old as I am, they turn them on and it doesn't even bother me. I want to hear them on. But that's how I got introduced with these cars in Philadelphia. Scared of them, scared like hell. But these are a few that I've been doing. This is the Nova. Everybody knows this one. I saved the chassis on this one. I was going to cut it off, and I'll show you what I mean cutting it off. But it was able to be saved, and I said, why not? Let me save the chassis. But this is the Nova. It's got a little bit more work to be done to it. I got to put in that front end, add some color where I want to add it. But it actually came out pretty awesome. The body's coming out really, really nice. But I'll be taking my time on that. I'm going to move it away for a second. The next thing is the Nova. The Nova's doing great. I'm not too sure of the combo of tires that are going to stay on it. Might not. Might be. Depending how it goes, I might keep them on. But I might change them. But it's coming out. It's almost ready. Got to put the motor in. That'll be the last thing. That's going to add a real different to the Nova and the gasser world. Okay? I'm going to move him away. But you can see underneath he's almost all... It's almost all ready. He's almost ready. He's almost ready for showtime. Now, another one I did was the Suburban. I haven't seen one. Looked it up. I only found one other one. But this is where I tell you where I cut it and add it. And I'll show it to you guys in the bottom. This is what I done to her. See? Now, once I sand it, shape it, and blend it in, it'll look like it's actually part of the chassis. And put the motor mounts and all the other stuff, have good things that I got to put into it. It'll look like it's almost part of the chassis. But that's where I cut away the chassis. I measured and cut away this piece very nicely with my favorite cutter of them all. If you don't have this, you got to get these. All these babies right here will cut anything perfect, especially with that point. Nice and slow, because they break. They break. Nice and slow. With that little point, you do surgery. And that's what I did to that. I took the piece and removed it. Now this here is another car. What I done to the paint on this, and I'm going to pick up a piece to show, even if it falls apart. Okay. This is paint. But what I did first was use the new primers that I got. Where did I put her? Well, somewhere around here is the primer. I used the primer and then I added some paint in it, which was this paint right here that I have mixed. I always mix them, clean them up real good and keep them mixed for when I want to shoot anything. And I used it afterwards. Now, okay, I've done a car like this before, okay, just like this, okay. And next thing I'm going to do to this car to darken it, it's not going to be adding rust. I'm going to use this, but mainly, I'm going to use the pastels. I'm going to take the pastels. I've done a car before with them. As you can see, I'm going to use the pastels, excuse me, to darken the paint and get the paint where I want it. Alright guys, this video's gone too long. All my subscribers, thank you for everything. The new people that came in, thank you for subscribing back when I subscribed to you guys. Thank you for everything. I appreciate it. As I go building and finishing the cars, I'll show them individually. The Nova's the one that's coming up soon. And you guys take care, be safe, love all the shows and all the videos of all the shows. It's like me being there. Thank you for that also to all of yous out there. Thank you once again. This is Mike from RAT.ROD.HEAVEN. You guys take care.